Welcome to Rather Be Rotting, where two sisters who should really be doing something more productive dissect all things reality, TV, and pop culture chaos because no matter what's going on in life, we would always rather be rotting. Hello.
Hi, Lil.
Hello, Madeline.
How's it going?
We're in the same place today.
I can see you. Like, in person, I can reach out and touch you and hold your hand if you would let me.
No, thanks.
My mother and I made the trip to New Jersey.
Yeah, so we have
Lil in person.
We have Mom as a guest on the pod today.
Hi, everyone. It's Mom.
It's Mom. That's why we're a little late to get this out.
Because we had to travel far and wide to make this happen.
Across the U.S.
It's worth it. Should we start?
Yeah.
Should we start by saying RIP to one of my favorite couples, Katy and Orlando?
They were one of your favorite couples?
Yes, because Orlando was my biggest childhood crush and Katy was my biggest pop icon and yours before Taylor Swift took over your life.
I just think she's a joke though now. Like I see her in her TikToks and her tour and the space shuttle of it all, and she's just a clown.
I feel bad for her because I think she had the best intentions every step of the way.
I don't know about all that. She just seems like so out of touch with the world.
I mean, that could be true, but she seems like a nice person, and I don't know. I just really thought that they worked together.
And also just like the fact that her whole album was about him and their lifetime love.
I think that was about Daisy.
I'm sure she will say now that, yes.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Were they both at the big wedding?
Only Orlando. Only he was there and he was all smiles.
Okay.
He was beaming. She was on tour in Australia with Daisy Dove. So she wanted to be there. I'm sure Lauren Sanchez said she missed her, commented on her Instagram, "Miss you, Katy."
That wedding, all the money in the world, and you have gray carpet.
I didn't see the gray carpet.
Oh my God, the whole thing was carpeted with gray carpet.
Are we talking about the wedding for a minute? Because I just want to talk about Lauren Sanchez. And I've asked several people this. Did she have a rib removed or what?
That's what my husband said.
I just, as you know, as your mother, and I'm someone who is trying to age gracefully, sometimes these things are really hard to watch.
How old is she?
But just because you made the choice to age gracefully doesn't mean everyone has to make that same choice.
I agree. And maybe because I don't have a quadrillion dollars to not age gracefully, I can't.
Well, here's the thing. This is like a classic case of not getting work done so close to your wedding. Because she looks puffy.
She has always looked puffy to me.
She looks incredibly puffy.
But I think the rib removed is a different issue. And I think that's like unrealistic body standards. She's 55. I don't think she looks great.
No, I don't either. I think that dress must have had a built-in corset. And that's the other thing. Like, I didn't like the dress that much.
I liked it.
It just seemed, none of any of her outfits felt like classic elegance to me.
Did you see her with the headscarf as she was going to the wedding?
It felt forced to me also. It felt like she was like cosplaying somebody classy.
Her dress was inspired by Sophia Loren in a movie. So
she's just not pulling it off to me. She's just not.
And honestly, people that look like her and other people that do the same kind of surgeries, they are all start to look the same.
Like a lot of our housewives.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about Gilded Age for just a sec? Because you watch it and I don't?
Yes, we watch it. And it's
my full fat CC because somebody didn't get me CCZ.
You're on vacation. You get full fat cherry Cokes on vacation.
By you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, if you hear ice clinking in the background, it's because Lil did not bring the can.
Sorry that I want you to have cold beverages. I'm really happy to be back in the Gilded Age. I love being back with the costumes. I love to see how things are playing out in comparison to how it really happened in history. It's just a classically good show.
Loosely based.
Vanderbilt, yeah.
Masters and other wealthy families of the day. And I was thinking earlier as I'm watching this and reading in the newspaper about the Bezos Sanchez wedding, it's the same kind of thing.
You're not wrong. That's a good parallel.
Spending money grotesquely.
Yeah.
Where other people don't have that at all. It's the same.
It is. And it's like I was falling down a TikTok rabbit hole about the real Gilded Age and how like they had balls really late into the night because if you were rich enough, you didn't have anything to do, so you could sleep in and blah, blah, blah. And I've just, It's interesting.
And you had to be invited to those balls. If you were in the top 400, you could go to them. And that's what Bertha is trying to break into. And she's doing a good job.
Well, I love Carrie Coon. So it's fun to watch her.
I have a really positive view of her now after watching her in White Lotus.
She was so good in White Lotus.
Did you know Carrie Coon was pregnant for the whole first season of Gilded Age?
I did not know that.
So they hit it well with her dresses. Now you
How
can
pregnant?
see them more cinched. I don't know exactly, but enough to where if you rewatch the first season, she doesn't look as cinched.
I gotta go back and watch that again. I didn't know that at all.
That's a tidbit of information I could share.
Look at you knowing things.
I know.
So yeah, happy to be back. Happy to see the push and pull in the Van Ryn household. That's fun.
Ada coming into her own.
Yeah.
She's just growing and blossoming.
Yeah. I think we're in for a good season. We're only one episode in, so it's hard to say, but.
And we think that Miss Scott is going to make it.
Yeah, they do have her pretty sick in the first episode, but I think that's just to show that the doctor wouldn't treat a Black woman.
Yeah.
But she's featured in all the upcoming scenes, so I assume she will survive.
She will.
So Cynthia Nixon was on Watch What Happens Live, and she was asked if anyone from Gilded Age would be Miranda, who would it be? Who would be the Miranda of the Gilded Age?
Agnes, I think.
The answer was Christine Baranski.
That's Agnes.
Great
Mhm.
job. You
Thank
know your
you.
Sex in the City, and you know your Gilded Age.
I do.
But do you know you're in Just Like That?
You know I don't.
You know what you know from TikTok, and it seems like there's a lot of stuff on there.
Well, this happens every season. I get what I need from TikTok, and I don't have to waste hours of my life watching that trash.
That's a personal attack. I
So-
don't want to watch it. I'm just compelled. Like my body just puts it on.
Like from TikTok, I know that Aiden's kid had a meltdown, and I know that she has a downstairs neighbor that's pissed about her heel stomping. And what more do I even need to know? I know that Harry has prostate cancer.
My body does.
What else do I need
It's gonna
to?
be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Isn't it like all men that get to a certain age get prostate cancer?
It's like 99% survival rate is what he told Charlotte. Yeah, that's all you need to know.
See? And I haven't wasted more than 20 minutes on it.
I can honestly say that I did watch one episode and I
What?
found it to be very hokey and just couldn't hang with it.
I don't like it either. I just watch it because it's a journey that it's a train I just can't jump off of. It's going too fast. It's going to chaotic places. It's like a train through like a dark, twisted nightmare that I can't wake up from. But here we are. And it's just the jokes are not funny. The acting is not good from anyone. Not one person is giving us good acting. Except for Nicole Ari Parker. Shout out.
Well, where the acting was good and we were getting something was Hack.
And
I thought it was great. The finale was another cliffhanger.
I fuck with the Hacks finale.
Always,
So
never
good.
not.
So good.
So good.
I'm 2 episodes away from the end, and I have to tell you that my favorite character is Kayla. I love her.
She's great.
My favorite character is Jimmy. Love him.
I don't have a favorite.
That's fair.
I don't discriminate.
Julia Nichols, I think is her name, the one who plays Dance Mom.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with her. She was in this show Paradise that I'm watching.
That's
right
where I
now.
recognize her
Yes. Well,
from.
she also Mayor of Easttown.
Okay, no, but there was a time before I moved here that I was living with you and your boyfriend for a few weeks, and he was watching Paradise a lot. And I was working from home, so I was peripherally watching Paradise, and I definitely, now that you say that, recall her being on it.
She plays a big, bad, powerful woman, very serious.
Yeah, she's terrible.
She has a lot. Like she has, it's very serious. And so to see this side of her is she's just showing her range. Like there should be an award for most range in like an acting season. You know what I mean?
The reveal that she didn't actually have kids,
Incredible.
so good.
It's so good.
I loved it. And also, while we're on the topic, I want to give a shout out to Nina Daniels as Jane Addams, the mayor of Las Vegas. I love her too.
The mayor's great.
She's great. Her jokes were great. The writing for late night, killer. They should really write for late night.
Yes, maybe
I
they
don't
do.
Maybe they do. Maybe they make more money doing this. But I mean, this they get to do both, or they have to do both. So it's extra challenging and impressive.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the Bravo sphere?
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Shamia and her girls in their matching outfits. We really kicked it off with like a little kid-centric top of the show.
Yeah, I love watching her little family. They're sweet.
And Phaedra's son Dylan was everything to me.
Yes, I love seeing Phaedra's kids again.
Were there two sons that
She has
they
2
both
boys.
favorites? Okay.
Yeah, she has 2 boys, and she seems just like a really good mom. Like, they have all this privilege, but she's setting them up properly to teach them work ethic and also foster their creativity. And I just like really like to watch her parent.
How to be an entrepreneur and manage a business.
Yeah, and like she was saying, she still does all of her mortician duties, which I am obsessed with.
I also have to chime in because I did forget to say at the top, since I don't watch this all the time, and I did, titties everywhere, just like you said, just like you promised.
They deliver.
Real. Yeah, they definitely did.
They don't disappoint.
They deliver the ample bosom.
Yeah.
Every week, the confessionals, titties.
Keep getting tittier and tittier.
Mm-hmm.
Would you buy those pants that he sewed for your nephew? I thought they were very stylish.
I would buy them for him. Whether or not he would wear them is another story, but I would attempt.
And we got more Charles Oakley this episode. I loved it. Couldn't get enough. And I gotta tell you, I thought he was hot.
What a shock. An older man and a black man at that. That's like your kryptonite.
Where he really came alive was on Watch What Happens Live. He had a twinkle in his eye like I have never seen. He was laughing. He was playing the games.
He was bartending?
Yeah. But
who was the guest?
Angela and I forget who was with her. Someone else from the show, I think. But they were just having a blast, and he did sit in one of the chairs for a game, and he was dancing, and he had a haircut, and
that shocks me.
He looked really good.
Maybe it's because it was like about him for a minute, and he didn't have to deal with his wife, who he hates.
He counted down the top 5 reasons he loves her at the end of the episode.
Probably because they forced him to. I'm sure it was on the teleprompter.
And next week we'll find out who that menace was with the fanny pack that came up to Angela in the middle of the event.
Yeah, that's fun.
How come he didn't say anything while that was happening?
Who, Charles?
Yeah.
I don't think he was aware.
Wasn't he right there across the
I don't think he was listening. I don't think he was listening.
It's a loud event. Like, they're all mic'd up, so you hear it, but like he didn't hear it. And they even made a note of that in the episode. Like, if Charles had heard that, he would have, gone crazy, blah, blah, blah. I'm so glad Charles didn't hear that.
But so many people are saying this that obviously he has, in fact, cheated on her, I feel.
I think that she admitted that.
Yeah.
Did she say that at one point?
Then what? I mean, I don't know. I don't give this couple much time past this season.
I thought Phaedra's shopping event was like fine. I noticed Britt sat her ass down pretty quickly when the shopping actually started, because we know she's not going to buy.
Because she's poor.
She's poor. I laughed at Drew knocking on the door. It was giving Mary Cosby, not knowing where she was. I loved the hot cop and that chicken wing. Atlanta has so many hot guys.
Do you know what I'm realizing right now as you're talking about these things?
You didn't watch it.
I fell asleep. And I meant to go back and rewatch the end of the episode. I missed like the last 15, 20 minutes. I fell asleep.
That's what happened. Drew was just outside for pretty much the whole event.
Was she stuck?
Phaedra locked her out.
On purpose?
Yes, because the event had started. And Mom can confirm because she did watch it. Phaedra's like, it's starting now, so we're going to lock the doors.
Oh my God.
And they like edited it so that the crowd is sitting there and you can hear Drew knocking, and like as if like everyone could hear. I'm not sure if they could, but
I have to go back and watch. I so meant to, and then things just got busy as I was getting ready for you guys to come here this week. I don't know what happened. It was Monday that I watched it. I don't know. This happened to you last week. Remember we talked about you napping through a show, and I am also not a napper, but I fell asleep.
That's okay. I filled you in. Next week is the finale, which we got here way too.
I don't understand how we're already at the finale, because like I'm seeing clips from the reunion, and I don't know how.
Me too.
But I just feel like we have so much more season to go.
I'm
upset.
I'm upset. Also, I just want to tell you that I would share my glam team with you any day.
Thank you for saying that.
And if they put us in similar looks, all the better.
They would put us in similar looks, so we wouldn't even know it till we showed up, and it would just be what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why that's an issue.
We do that already, sans glam team.
I want to talk about a little Miami. This was a great episode.
Miami was a great episode.
A drink toss, and we got an eye patch. What more can we ask for?
To throw a drink on Gertie, who is recovering from cancer is psychotic.
Okay, but I will say what I feel like
Julia lost her mind at this event.
she obviously had a lot to drink.
I'm like completely like, even if what she was saying was held any weight, she lost me from the way she behaved at this event. Marisol's wedding celebration.
Well, it wasn't her actual wedding. Apparently, she's gotten married like 7 times.
That's why I said celebration.
Their love story is a love story for our time.
No, I love Marisol and Steve.
And the way they met was so cute with how she left her swimsuit in his guest house.
I know.
What did you think of her wedding outfit? What did we think?
It was cute. It was.
Did you see it?
Mom didn't watch Miami.
You didn't make it to Miami. That's okay.
We gave her a lot to do this week. She did a good job.
It was just too much.
She watched 90 Day the Tell All, okay? So we really got her to do some work.
That was the one she should have skipped, but we get there. I think the drink toss was okay because, like, that's what we're here for. I know she had cancer,
But not to Gertie.
I don't know. I mean, and there was like some like they were getting a little dirty, like when Julia said that she got when Gertie accused Julia of getting a facelift in the middle of her
Of Martina's cancer battle?
That, I mean, is that true? Like, and then they just breezed right past it.
Who can say? I mean, I can't confirm. That wasn't there.
Now, do they have a point about Gertie? Does she like to make things about herself?
Yes. Yes, she does.
So, I mean, like, it can't always be about the cancer all the time. And I don't think Gertie would want it to be all cancer all the time. Like, this is just normal housewives stuff that we love.
I don't know. Julia lost me with her insane reactions this week.
She was definitely, like, really drunk.
Yeah.
I think I loved the eye patch. I want to be Marisol for Halloween.
The eye patch. Oh, I wonder if we will get some Marisols for Halloween with the eye patch. What did you think of Larsa saying that, like, Jody's eyes were crazy in that picture?
I think he just has the crazy eyes.
I was going to say, like, nothing
What
looked.
do you think of Jody? What are your thoughts on Jody in general?
I don't think it's quite as sinister as Larsa's making it out to be.
There doesn't seem to be much behind those crazy eyes in general.
I don't think there is. I think he's very innocent. If he's involved in her career, I think that she likes it that way. Like, I don't think there's any huge issues.
And then I have a question. Has there ever been a Real Housewives friendship as strong as Marisol and Alexis?
Alexia. How dare.
I'm sorry.
Let me think about this.
I was thinking maybe Sonia and Luann.
Maybe Gina and Emily on Orange County.
Because we have had friendships like Lisa and Kyle, Dorit.
No, I think Emily and Gina is probably the closest one.
All these friendships, even Shamia and Portia, their friendship is being tested by the show. Like, the show breaks up marriages, and I think it really breaks up friendships. So to see these two still together.
Yeah, they're great.
One update on Orange County while we're there is I'm watching season 9. Shannon has entered the building.
Yay!
Watching her origin story, knowing the Shannon I know now, is fascinating. Like, her husband was so mean to her.
Oh, I know. David Bador, he's a
I
monster.
feel so bad for her. She's like, he hates her, just like the Charles Oakley. And it's hard to watch. She's like a little kooky into alternative medicine and
crystals in the walls. She had crystals in her walls. Has she shown you that yet?
Oh, maybe I just forgot.
Yeah.
And I thought of something. I think that it's like you can't unsee it once you see it. Season 9 Shannon looks like Camille Grammer.
I can see how you'd say that.
And she does
The haircut.
and the eyes and the face.
Yeah, I can see how you'd say that.
Did you have any other thoughts about Miami?
No.
I loved the ending. The eye patch was everything, and I feel like she's a trooper because a lot of housewives just would show up if they had a sty on their eye. Like, we would get a FaceTime call from Dorit being like, "I'm sorry, love, but I just can't make it." You know,
I'm not going to be able to make it today.
there's a sty in my eye.
Yeah.
So I loved that, but I know Meredith has rocked an eye patch.
Yep.
Heather.
Heather.
Meredith had a makeshift eye patch.
Yes.
Like, she took
It was
her
like a sleep mask that
and
she had
just did it to the
diagonally.
side, which was
And then
awesome.
later in the day, it was gone.
She recovered.
Yeah, miraculously.
And then Heather, did Heather ever wear an eye patch?
Yeah, I think she just wore sunglasses when Jen Shaw punched her in the face.
That's right.
Allegedly.
Should we head to the valley?
Yes. Very glad Jax did not go on this trip. I'm sick of him. I'll say it once and I'll say it a million times.
I'm surprised that Jax's FOMO didn't trump his desire to be with his kids.
One kid.
Kid.
Yeah, me too, but it was for the best. I wonder if production was like, you're not doing this one, buddy.
I doubt. I mean, production probably tried to get him to go. But I mean, even just looking at him, like, he's such a demon.
No, he's.
Just watching him walk through a room.
I'm afraid for Brittany's safety.
I think that, like, if anything happened, we would have known. He's too much of a public figure, and he has too much to lose. I don't think
OJ was a public figure.
OJ had a lot. He had football. He had a family. Like, this reality show is everything. This is all he has, truly.
Well, I guess time and truth will tell all. But for now, we're in Hawaii, getting ready for the proposal.
So far, so good, except for Jasmine.
Janet is insufferable.
Well, I was talking about Jasmine, like, almost spoiling the surprise. But yes, Janet.
That doesn't mean as much to me as Janet being insufferable.
She was on one at El Coyote.
Oh my God, that scene was so hard to watch.
And I loved how they were like, she's like, I had too much to drink, and she's like, that early?
I loved that. To watch poor Nia and Kristen leave their plates of delicious-looking rice and beans on the table.
Travesty.
Can you imagine? We love El Coyote. To go there and leave your bean and cheese burrito with rice and beans on the side on the table.
Yeah, it's very hypocritical that she did that. I couldn't believe after all that shit about Danny.
I can't stand her.
I was gonna say, I think the Jack situation, if it gets worse, could become like a Sandoval situation where nobody wants to film with him.
Yeah.
In which case, then he would have to go for business reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But
did Mom watch The Valley?
No.
That didn't make the cut?
But I do have a question for her, because on this episode, we saw Nia and Danny, the couple with 3 under 3, go to the Hawaii trip. Could you do it, Grandma?
If you
had 3 kids, if one of us had 3 kids under 3 and we left them all with you to go to Hawaii.
Could you watch 3 children under 3 years old?
By myself, I would need Popsy with me, probably. Not by myself.
Okay, fair enough. How did they not all get their own rooms on this trip? Like, why was why was
Jesse sharing with I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that all came about.
So weird. They were like playing in the shower and Jesse's just outside like, hi.
I'm not sure what that was about.
Hi. Yeah. But, I mean, I kind of like it, but I don't understand.
And then what, are they going to move rooms after the proposal? Because I think Kristen and Luke are getting the presidential suite after they get...
The presidential suite they had to share with Zach.
So I'm just very confused.
But I do see the point of like why they wouldn't offer it to where are they all Luke. I keep thinking they're all J names. Because that would be too suspicious. Like, why would you give it to us?
Yeah.
Good episode, I thought. I can't wait for more Hawaii.
Yeah. Are they going to get engaged on the next episode?
You know, that part, like, I
hope so.
Don't care about as much as...
Oh, I like it.
The drama.
Kristen has since had her baby.
Yeah.
Kaya, I think. Bless.
I have a quick question that's really a segue, but you mentioned Tom Sandoval, right? So I don't watch this either, but he's on some kind of show where he thinks he's a singer now.
America's Got Talent.
So apparently he's trying to extend his 30 minutes of fame to an hour.
He's been trying to be a singer.
On brand for him. He does have a band. It's kind of a joke.
Okay.
Not to him.
Not to him, but to everyone else. He pays them a lot of money to perform with him, and his finances must just be
appalling.
He had to borrow money from his parents. I think they what's when you take money from your house?
You get a second mortgage.
They got a second mortgage to give Tom Sandoval money to open his second bar,
which has since closed.
And this man is 42 years old.
Yeah.
He should have his shit together by now.
No. And I don't know how he's going to pay his parents back. R.I.P. to Schwartz and Sandy's.
At least we went there.
At least we were on TV. You know, some listeners might recognize us.
From our guesting appearance on the episode of the Daily Mail Party.
You can see us in the background.
I saw your heads.
Yeah, and our faces. Yeah. We made several shots.
Albeit blurry, I would say, if you really zoom in on us. But, yeah.
That's all I have on the Valley.
90 Day.
Okay, so my first thoughts on the 90-day tell-all is that Amani looks like shit.
I feel bad for her because she knows she looks like shit. She knows she made a mistake. I mean, that might be the worst nose job I have ever seen. She looks like an elf, and there's a lot of nos.
The only worst nose job is Michael Jackson. And there's a lot of nostril, and the whatever the thing was that she had done where her eyebrows got pulled back. She did one of those. Also, she was so beautiful before. And when I
was.
saw her, when the episode started, I was confused as to who it
It was a
was.
jump scare.
Yes,
And she knows it. She has to look at that in the mirror every day.
she does.
And she has children, I understand,
Yes.
who don't know who she is now. But I also wonder when I was watching that, well, where did they get all the money for this?
She's in like tech sales, apparently. She's supposedly the breadwinner for them. I don't think that Matt has a job.
He was given sparkles.
Spackles. I don't know why her and Shekinah are. What did you think of Shekinah's work?
Shekinah is a piece of shit. The way that what she asked about Annie.
Oh, about being trans. And poor Aaliyah was just sitting there through that whole convo.
It's like, and then she's like, why is it an insult? It's trans women are beautiful. And it's like, yeah, but you know
you can't ask a cis woman if you're trans and it's not offensive. Like,
and you're not saying that trans women aren't beautiful, but like, I just thought she was a piece of shit in that moment.
Yeah, but what did you think of the work she had done?
She looks equally horrible as she always does to me. Like, with that much work, I mean,
I felt like it was a slight improvement.
wow.
She said she's getting her filler dissolved.
It didn't look like it.
I know.
I love these reunions because I love when they question each other.
I love when Sean Robinson says, well, we're not going to solve this today, but we wish you the best.
Someone said that on Miami this episode too.
Yeah.
And I laughed. Yeah, I think they could save money and lose Sean altogether and just let them grill each other.
100%. What I don't love is them bringing out Veronica and Ed, who have nothing to do with this.
So
it's
I
like
if they just didn't have enough because these couples weren't controversial enough.
Because it's only 2 parts this time.
2 parts, which I love.
Me
and the
too.
fact that they couldn't fill 2 parts without bringing these random characters in.
Well, because Mina and Mark, there's really no drama there.
No, and even Maddie and Stevie barely had any.
Barely any drama. They did bring Saeed out with his MTV 80s shirt.
Oh my god, when he walked out in that shirt, I almost gagged. He doubled down on that fucking shirt.
Greg and Joan, not a lot of drama there either.
No, but they gave us the couple that no one saw coming. Lucille and Big Ed.
Lucille and Ed forever.
Daddy Big Ed.
Are they still together?
I don't think they're actually together.
That was just kind of a
It's
joke.
But she's everything to me with flirting with him.
Okay, but here's my question about Stevie and Maddie.
Mhm.
And has she had sex with other women or not kind of question? We all know she probably has. And is that going to be a problem for this gentleman from Iran? They have beliefs in their country.
So my theory on this whole thing is that she's just waiting for him to get a more assimilated to the culture before she admits it.
That's a good theory.
But how do we already not know the answer is yes? I don't watch this show and I watch the tell-all and it's pretty obvious.
She's got to know from the way she's not answering it that it's like, so it's yes.
Maybe she just wanted to tell him off camera.
This has been a recurring thing, but
This was their only issue.
it was the only thing.
This was every episode, every scene was this drama. This is it. This was it.
Okay, and then when Sarper and Shekinah, Sarper said something, it was a quotation, and I just thought it was funny, so I had to write it down. And I think he was referring to one of the other gentlemen, but he said, when there are no horses in on the ranch, the donkey sees himself as a unicorn.
Sarper has some great
I thought it was
one-liners.
great. You know, he does comedy in LA. Next time we go visit, hopefully he'll be doing a comedy show or something.
Yeah,
We can go see it.
We could go see it.
Yeah.
I would love that. He also does a workout class we can all go to.
We've been talking about that.
He also said something that I thought was interesting. You will regret like a dog.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
Then that's what they said. What does that mean?
What are your thoughts on their drama in general? Do you think it's real?
Think they are actors acting.
To get on Last
Last
Resort?
Resort.
Yeah, me too.
They are amping up drama because they don't really have any reason to be arguing.
No.
So I don't think I can watch that again, that show. But are they going to be on Happily Ever After? They're not, right?
If they are, I don't think they've announced anybody from the season
That's
yet.
right. I want it to be Greg and Joan.
Me too.
I loved how Lucille was so calm when Sean asked, like, wow, if they move to Uganda, that's really far. She's like, yeah, well, what am I going to do? I can't stop them.
Lucille loses me and wins me, and loses me
She's
and
so
wins
chill.
me. I know.
You know, she really won me the second half of the season. I'm a 1 over. I'm officially 1. Like, what has she done since?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't let go of the timing of the showers, etc.
I know that was a lot. My only other question is, how did Aaliyah manage to be on time for this?
They must have told her the start time was 2 hours before it actually was.
I thought surely they would all be sitting down and then she would join in progress.
Me too. That would have been funnier. I don't understand the Shekinah Amani fight for no reason. That annoys me. Like,
My theory is they told Shekinah just to try to sprinkle drama wherever you can because we don't have anything.
maybe.
She's just doing the work for the producers. Maybe they said we'll give you like $500 extra for every fight you start.
Maybe.
So I saw something somewhere, like an article or something that was there should be a reality TV personality Emmy, like you know how they give a reality show Emmy, like to the best reality personality.
So who would win?
That's the question. Who do you think
Of everyone in the world?
of all the realities?
How am I to choose?
There's just too many. There are too many reality people out there.
And so many are an ensemble.
Yeah. You'd have to have so many categories. You just can't do it.
Do you have an answer?
I mean, you're right. I do think it would have to be an ensemble, and I would give it to the ensemble of Salt Lake City.
I was gonna say Salt Lake. Yeah.
Truly incredible work.
Yep. The Emmy goes to Salt Lake.
Salt Lake, I mean, the reality like that is where all the gold is if we're mining for gold,
Yeah, because they also have Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
which is also killer. When is our reunion next month? I don't think I can watch it. I heard Jen Affleck gave birth where did she give birth?
At the nail salon?
Yes.
I don't think she gave birth there. She just went into labor there.
Oh, damn.
I think she left eventually.
Well, that's about it for me. Do we have any fun plans? We're gonna go see O'Mary.
We're gonna go see O'Mary. We're gonna go
Titus.
see Death Becomes Her as well.
I'm so excited. What do you guys thoughts on seeing the new Jurassic Park movie this week?
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
ScarJo and Jonathan Bailey?
Well, your pops and I have talked about watching that when it comes to streaming, of course.
It's a no
Okay.
for me.
All right, well, I'll just go fuck myself then.
We might go down the shore for a day. That's how people in Jersey say go to the beach. Get some ice cream.
Would you like to ask me how I'm enjoying my time in New Jersey?
Yeah, I'd like to hear both of your reviews of your time in New Jersey and my hosting skills.
Your hosting skills incredible. You really outdid me ever as a host with a tray of snacks. I think that my time in New Jersey has mostly been, if I could sum it up in one word, sticky.
It is humid here. And I do love the tray of snacks that you left. All I would do is put water bottles in your rooms when you came to visit. So I got to step up my game now.
I will say, so we had like a housewarming party barbecue situation yesterday outside. And when my husband got in bed last night, I said, "You're very sticky."
I had to change my dress midway through the party. I had to do an outfit change, and it wasn't because I'm vain and wanted to make it all about me this time.
It was the perspiration.
It was just getting to be too much.
It was a hot day, but it went well.
Well, I think that we'll all be together again for our next epi.
Yeah, later this week.
So, yay! Oh my gosh! Why don't we just fly to each other every time we record?
What a treat.
Truly. All right, well, I haven't taken a sip of my CC since we started, so I'm getting a little antsy, fidgety.
And I think also what we need to clarify is we will certainly have at least one day that we will rot
Oh, we got a rot.
together.
Today is kind of a rot day.
It's a little bit of a rot day. It's
We're
like
not-
almost 1:00, and we're still all in
I
jammies.
haven't even brushed my teeth.
None of us.
Barely brushed my hair.
You slept until 10 a.m.
Wow, put me on blast.
So we're rotting, and
Let's
it's
rot.
the dream.
It's the dream, and hopefully we'll rot a little bit more.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for rotting with us.